then we got thrown out. They don't want anybody in there filming. Listen, folks, today we're gonna take a quick video, just because I'm a history nut, of this hotel right here. It didn't used to say Westgate, it used to say International. And Elvis Presley used to live right up on the top of that. And they tore it all down. And but he used to have the penthouse up there, and they built some suites. But there is a lot of history here with this hotel, and I think you would be a little amazed at some of the things that we're going to find. And I'll give you a little bit of the background. This is the hotel where Elvis Presley performed his last performance. It's technically the first time there's ever been a residency anywhere. It's the most successful residency that's ever happened in the history of Las Vegas to this date, because he had 800 and something sold out shows in a row, and it was right here at this hotel. And this hotel has changed almost, like very little. And so we're going to try to get into the area where Elvis performed his last show. Also inside here was the Star Trek experience, and we're going to try to get inside of there and check that out. We're also going to see where Mike Tyson won the IBF heavyweight title versus Tony Tucker, and Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali back in, I think, 1978 for the heavyweight title. But then Muhammad Ali made history by fighting Leon Spinks a second time in the Superdome, and he won the title for the third time, being the first one to ever win the title back 3 times. So that all happened here, on top of all kinds of other performers from Liberace, Barbra Streisand. You name it. This used to be the It Hotel. And there's also a statue inside of Elvis. And I got Patty here with me, and we're going to go around and roam around and just kind of see. And there's a big St. Louis connection. I'm from St. Louis. Red Fox played here. He was born and raised in St. Louis. Sonny Liston fought inside this hotel, and he was raised in St. Louis. In fact, he went to prison before he became the heavyweight title. That's where he learned how to box, was in the Missouri Penitentiary. He started boxing there. And then Michael and Leon Spinks. Michael Spinks was here, who eventually became the heavyweight champion when he beat Larry Holmes. He was with his brother. They had both just won the Olympics. And then he got like a quick fight with Muhammad Ali. And a lot of people said he didn't deserve that fight. He was like 8-0-1, I think, at the time, really not warranting a match with Muhammad Ali. But it was fought inside this building in front of about 5,000, 6,000 people, right inside there. And we're going to go try to find it and see if we can match up anything for Mike Tyson's fight with Tony Tucker and Muhammad Ali, plus Elvis Presley. Oh, and Star Trek. And this is where Elvis performed his final show. And it is essentially almost the same. And there it is. So Elvis, when he sang his last song, would have been right there. And this is it. And he had a backstage, and he had a upstairs at this hotel. He had a penthouse, and here it is.
All right, sounds good. I'll do that. Thanks, man.
Can you believe it? Right there. There was also a heavyweight title. Muhammad Ali lost his heavyweight championship here at this hotel to Leon Spinks. It's true. But here it is. Go online, look it up. That is the same stage. From my understanding, they haven't pulled up a single inch of the flooring. And that's where Elvis Presley played. True story. And here's the bar. And now Barry Manilow plays here. And here's the lobby. And that's the same chandelier as when Elvis played. And so are the balcony railings and that door. Now, Barry Manilow. This is where Elvis lived, and his penthouse suite was here, which has now since been torn down, and they built new villas up there. And that would have been just above this. And right there you can see the convention center is right next to this. And this is why they held a lot of major events here. Now, right inside this room is where several professional boxing matches were held. Right here. In this room, right here. And let me tell you what a couple of them were. Leon Spinks fought Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali lost his title to Leon Spinks, who was from St. Louis. And here it is, right here. This is where it was held. Right here. Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks in this room. Other fights that happened in this room where Sonny Liston fought in here. Mike Tyson defeated Tony Tucker in this room. Believe it or not, it has changed quite a bit. The ceilings used to have different lights in it and whatnot. But they used to set up temporary stages, and the events in here could only hold about 6,000 fans. So I would imagine for this event, this blue wall right here wouldn't be here, and the boxing ring would probably be right where that door is. And it would be almost impossible to match anything up because everything has been changed. I mean, it's possible. Those diamonds right there, that's a possibility. I'll have to look. But my guess is the boxing ring would have been right here. And you know what you can see back there is portable stands. Unbelievable. Leon Spinks became the world heavyweight champion right here in this very room. Sonny Liston, who was also from St. Louis. Some would say the hardest hitting boxer in the history. Mike Tyson fought here. It's just crazy. The history of this room right here. Totally crazy. Now, a lot of big time performers played here as well. This was kind of like the happening hotel, obviously, because, I mean, let's face it, this is where Elvis had his residency. It was right here in this hotel. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. The history of this hotel. It hosted the Commodores, the Righteous Brothers, Sheena Easton. All right in here. Andrew Lloyd Webber, Wayne Newton have all played in this property right here. Unbelievable. And Sonny Liston fought here. And Leon Spinks won the heavyweight title. I don't think he was really worthy of it. And he was a really quick boxer. Probably a little too fast for the older Ali. Busier fighter, for sure. Won on points. Leon, I think at the time was like 8-0-1. But he won the heavyweight gold medal, along with his brother Michael Spinks, who won the middleweight. And you know what happened in that same Olympics? Sugar Ray Leonard won a gold medal in that Olympics. Wow. You know, Mike Tyson fought Tony Tucker for the IBF version of the heavyweight title. That took place right here. And Tony Tucker didn't get knocked out, just FYI. But it took place right here. Let's go explore a little bit more of the Westgate Hotel and the history of this facility. I was talking to these guys over here. They've never even heard of Leon Spinks, which is fine. But look at my phone. We're lining up a shot here. This is the end of the fight between Tony Tucker and Mike Tyson. Now look right there where my hand is. Do you see that right there? And there's another one right there. See that? There's a line and a line. See, look. This is the fight between Mike Tyson and Tony Tucker. Do you see the line and the line? You see it? Boom and boom. Do you see what I'm talking about? This was the room where Mike Tyson won the IBF Heavyweight Championship. And by the way, there's a tie-in between Mike Tyson, Leon Spinks, is because Michael Spinks was the IBF Heavyweight Champion. And because he refused to fight Tony Tucker, the IBF gave the title to Tony. They stripped Michael Spinks because he decided to fight George Clooney. And so then George Clooney, what am I saying, George Clooney? Jerry Cooney, my bad. So Jerry Cooney, he fought Jerry Cooney instead. And so they stripped him of the title, they gave it to Tony Tucker, and then Tony Tucker, instead of fighting Michael Spinks, he fought Tony Tucker right here, and the ring would have been right there. And we just lined it up. You can see the ceiling, and you can see that this is exactly the spot. Now, I'm going to try and look a little bit more video of the Leon Spinks Muhammad Ali fight, and we'll see the same thing. After talking to some of the people, they were telling me that boxing matches took place over there and in the room I'm standing in. The room over there, as we already showed you, is definitive. Mike Tyson fought Tony Tucker in that room, and then I was told that there is a VIP room up some stairs, and that's where the locker rooms would have been for Tony Tucker and Mike Tyson. But do you want to know where Leon Spinks fought Muhammad Ali? It was right here. And I'm going to show you. I have lined this up. If you look at this picture right here, which I know it's hard to see, but you see these lights right here? That's those. But those have been changed, but it's still the same. And do you see this wall right here where my thumb is that goes up? That's this right here. So the early fights were fought in here. This space holds less people. That space holds more people. When Mike Tyson fought Tony Tucker, they had a much larger crowd. But when Muhammad Ali lost the title to Leon Spinks, only 5,900 people watched it. And that's why it was here. Those doors go back, and you can see right here. Here's the room. You can see the ceilings, but you can only see one spot that has this right here. And if you look at the video really close, you'll see how you have these things in the ceiling, but then it goes up right above the ring. So that would have put the ring somewhere about right here. This is where Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks, and if you're not aware, the significance of the fight was Muhammad Ali was the first heavyweight to ever win the title back 3 times. And that's because he lost it to Leon Spinks. And then in the rematch in New Orleans, he won it back. And if you want to be honest, the only reason he won it back from Leon Spinks is because Leon Spinks had a lot of problems between winning the title and the rematch. And by the way, Leon Spinks was stripped of the title because they wanted him to fight Ken Norton and not Muhammad Ali. And you can see these rooms like open up. So it could have been a fairly sized big room. But once again, you see the ceilings and you know that where I told you the fight happened, it happened. Because there's only one spot in this whole place where the ceiling protrudes up. And I know it's an old fight. If you go to YouTube, you can watch it. And if you watch closely enough, you'll see that a couple camera angles will shoot up, and you'll see that there's a raised part. And that's how I knew that room wasn't over there. Now, those people did not know the Leon Spinks Muhammad Ali fight was taking place in here. But when they told me some fights took place in here, I was looking at the Leon Spinks Ali fight like I was watching Tyson Tucker, and I could not line the ceiling up at all. But when I came over here and I saw this, I was like, there it is. There's history all over this hotel, that's for sure. And this, if you are a boxing fan, is history, and you can just walk right on in here. I doubt very seriously that this hotel has changed much when you look at all the crystal. The ceilings are probably the exact same from when Elvis was here. And then there's a statue of him right there.
Did y'all want complimentary breakfast or lunch for tomorrow?
And there is Elvis statue right here in the front of this hotel. And it says Elvis, the King of Las Vegas, an 8-year exclusive run in the Las Vegas Hilton showroom. 837 consecutive sold-out performances, entertained some 2.5 million people, enough to fill the Rose Bowl 25 times over. Las Vegas, all-time favorite and successful performer. And that is true. When you have 837 consecutive sold-out shows. What do you think, Penny? We've been to Graceland.
Yes, we have.
And that is the craziest experience anyone's ever seen. You have to go to it. And then here is a poster, a replica, obviously. International Hotel presents Elvis' first live appearance in 8 years. So this would have been like the beginning of when he performed here. And if you walk around this place, you'll see tons of black and white photos of people who performed here, such as Barry Manilow, who's here now, but Barbra Streisand. 1969, right here in this hotel. And there is Bobby Dart. Okay, now we found another area right here, and you can see Elvis Presley and Muhammad Ali together here at this hotel. You can also see Red Fox and Flip Wilson. Now, by the way, Red Fox is buried here in Las Vegas, and he was born and raised in St. Louis, believe it or not. And you'll see Sammy Davis Jr., Liza Minnelli. Sammy Davis Jr. used to do a St. Louis fundraiser. Harry Belafonte. And then if you just kind of sort of look around, you'll see all kinds of people who have been here to this hotel. There's Elvis. Now there's another thing that this hotel was known for many years ago, and it was called the Star Trek Experience. And if you notice, it's still here. The Star Trek Experience is still here. Everything is exactly the same. And this was a big deal, like way back in the day. And it got closed down, and then this room became a nightclub, believe it or not. And now it is an office to sell timeshares. But this was Star Trek Experience. And can you believe they didn't remove it? It's all still here. Except for, you know, the command desk and things of that nature. Otherwise, Star Trek The Experience is right here. So when you look in this room where they have all these pictures of all the famous people that have been here, and there's quite a few, this was Star Trek. This was the entrance to the Star Trek Experience. And they left it. It's all still here. All the theming, everything. And you see how they're trying to hide it to some degree. but you can't hide it. There it is, right there. And then look over here. Here's more of the Star Trek experience, right? And then look at the restrooms. They're themed like the Star Trek experience. Everything is Star Trek experience. Like when you look at the restrooms, everything is sci-fi. Can you believe that? They left the Star Trek experience in here, soup to nuts. Pretty crazy, isn't it? Okay, so I found Patty. She's right here.
Hi.
She had to get a coffee. If you find pictures of famous people on the internet in this hotel, you'll see that all of this is exactly the same. See all this crystal all over the place? All of it's the same. Everything. Not a thing has changed. And then we're gonna go over and see Elvis's statue here in a minute, but check that out. Elvis Presley stood right here, along with Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Liberace, you name it, they've been here. And not a thing has really changed, including if you find old pictures and you look at this, this roof up here, all the same. Do you see the Elvis statue? Right there is where Star Trek, the experience was. That was hugely popular, and it was removed. Right here where the Elvis poster, like kind of like a reproduction of when he first came here. First live appearance in 8 years. It's right here. And there's where Star Trek was. This hotel is filled with so much history, it's not even funny. There's the hotel, and you can see the Hilton sign right there, International. And you know who that is? That's Sean Connery. Diamonds Are Forever, 1971. I guess they're saying that, and I haven't seen that movie, but some of it was filmed right here. And there's Sean Connery. Now, when we're talking about Star Trek, you can see the gift store. It says Westgate Gift Shop, but it used to be the Star Trek gift shop. And you can see how all the ceiling is still Star Trek. And you see how, like, you know, the kind of the sci-fi lighting there. They took on Star Trek, but they left everything else. It's still Star Trek.
You're trying to take me on a scavenger hunt, aren't you? I'm sorry, I know.
Look, there's another sign for it right there. Yeah. All still here, just like all the crystal in the casino. You'll notice that they have the same stores they've always had. There's like gold flair to this hotel because back then, gold was associated with money. So casinos weren't about entertainment as much as they were about, hey, come win money. And so a lot of these old hotels would have a lot of gold, crystals like diamonds. Things have changed in the casino business. Like you can look at these hotel doors here, gold, gold. Everything's gold. It's just the old way of thinking about hotels. Look at those tiles are even gold. Gold and crystals. All right, so that concludes our video of the history of this building. And I am really, really feeling giddy, as you can see the building behind me, to learn about all the famous boxing matches that took place there. And we were able to line up some of the shots. And we got it wrong about Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks, but then we got it right because we figured it out. Because when I started watching the fight, I realized, there's no way. Look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling on the Mike Tyson fight. The Mike Tyson fight matches are perfect, but not the Muhammad Ali. But we found the location. We got to see Star Trek, then we got thrown out. They don't want anybody in there filming, which is fine, but at least we still got it. And then just to think of all the history that's gone on in there and all the famous people that have walked around in that hotel. It's pretty cool. Too bad they don't have Elvis Presley's penthouse still. That would have been a great tourist attraction to put Elvis memorabilia in there. Charge people like $25 to walk through there. They tore it down many, many years ago. And so it's gone. But yeah, that's where Elvis Presley lived. for 8 years. He lived part-time there, and then of course part-time back in Memphis. So what'd you think, Patty?
It was really neat.
The stage was really cool. Elvis's dressing rooms, everything is all still there. Nothing's changed. But I don't know. It's not haunted, but you know, I like stuff like this, and I thought it was really interesting. And I'm a huge boxing nut, so I just wanted to see it. It was really cool. Now I've been there,
Done that.
and done that. Until next time.
Like and subscribe.
For scary videos and more, subscribe to our YouTube page, huntworld.com.